Hi, I'm Tony Lacantro and I'm at the RIU Resources Roundup in Sydney, and I'm joined today by Mr. Iggy Tan, Managing Director of Altech Chemicals, code ATC. G'day Iggy.
Good afternoon, Tony. How are you?
Not too bad. A lot of investors would previously know you from Galaxy.
That's right, yeah. I was one of the, founding Managing Director of Galaxy, which really spent a lot of time developing the lithium industry early on, and a lot of the work was educating the market about lithium. I know it's quite surprising because everyone's an expert on lithium, but educating fund managers about lithium and potentially the growth that was going to come from China, and so it's now played out. The growth has arrived. So this is very similar. High purity alumina is very similar to lithium all those years ago. There is potential growth coming, much like the lithium cycle, all driven from the LED industry. The LEDs are growing at about 16% per annum, and every LED has to have high purity alumina, which is made into sapphire, which is made into a substrate, which is the basis for every LED. So if you can imagine LEDs around you, Tony, today you can go down to the Bunnings and you won't be able to get your normal globes. They're all LEDs. And the reason for that, it just uses 1/6 the amount of electricity costs. So a lot of countries are now moving to LEDs. But the other area of growth is back to the lithium battery. So high purity alumina is also used in lithium batteries. You didn't know that, did you?
I did, but a lot of people won't, because it's funny because a lithium battery is like a soup, because you have graphite, lithium, and you can have the HPA as well, and you also have cobalt.
Yeah, so in a lithium battery you've got a positive and negative electrode. The positive is a cathode, generally lithium iron phosphate, lithium manganese, lithium cobalt, lithium nickel type materials, and the anode is graphite. Now in between that there is a polymer film that keeps the positive and negative from touching each other, because as you know, when positive and negative touch, you have a short, you have a battery fire, and that's why you have all the problems with the Samsung Galaxy battery fires. So these polymer films, what's happened is that because of the energy density of these batteries have been increased, they're packing a lot more energy into a fixed volume to get the cost down. These batteries are starting to operate at higher temperatures. You might feel sometimes when you leave your phone on how hot that battery gets. Now, and so you can imagine in an electric vehicle, the temperatures of the batteries are hotter, and these polymer films tend to shrink. And when they shrink, they allow the positive and negative to touch, and that's when you get a battery fire. So what they found is that if you spray some high purity alumina on these separators, they can handle much higher temperatures. And so what we've seen in the last 12 months, the penetration rate of high purity alumina in batteries has increased dramatically. You know, there's a Japanese company that makes separators. They recently report that 40% of their separators have got high purity alumina today, whereas 12 months ago only 11% had high purity alumina. So penetration rate is very fast.
Now, Altech has been trading around the mid-teens for some time. How can investors invest now and then look for positive catalysts?
So we're in the final stages of funding, but we've also decided to fund the construction while the debt funding is finalized. So as you know, we have already closed $190 million US from a German bank called KfW IPEX Bank. We are now processing a $90 million MES term sheet, and that's going through its due diligence process. So we expect to get that final outcome by the end of this year. But meanwhile, we've just raised $21.4 million a couple of months ago, and we've started the stage 1 construction process. So rather than wait for the debt to finish and then you've got 6 months of foundation piling to do anyway, why don't we maintain project momentum and start the stage 1 construction? So essentially that's what we've done. We had a opening on the 8th of August. The High Commissioner from Australia opened the site, and it was a very exciting time for the project.
So where is the project located?
The project is located across the road from Singapore. As you go across the causeway in Johor, is in a chemical park. We don't have any Our residue is just silica, which we sell to brickwork, so we don't have any issues of radioactive waste and so on.
So I guess building another story after the runaway success of Galaxy.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Iggy.
All right, thank you.